Hello everyone, it's the Blue Engine here with another custom spotlight video. Last one was a bit simple enough, but I've gotten enough models and a few more fan characters done, so I thought I might as well make another one with the update with the new ones. And yes, my old one, the first one I had, was also in this one, so yeah, let's get started. Our first model is Diesel, simple enough, but it's a Trackmaster push-along Diesel, not an Adventures one. The reason why I haven't used an Adventures one or a take-along one was because I could never find one for a decent price on eBay, so eventually I stumbled across this one at a Myers store, so I bought it, took it home. The original front coupling was a bit janky, so I removed it and replaced it with an Adventures coupling. I had to sand it down quite a bit and used a bit of blue tack to keep it in place. Besides that, it's got silver detailing, it's got the side rods painted silver. I know they're black in the series, I think they're black, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't checked in a while. And it's got the Adventures coupling with brass buffers. And yeah, this model was pretty simple to make. It didn't take that long, it just took a bit of paint and some sanding down. This Diesel model is not one of the best, but eventually I plan on getting the take-along one, and modifying that as well. But until then, right now, this is going to be my Diesel for the series, and pretty much anything else I have planned done. I tried painting some parts in, but they don't really last, so yeah. And now we have Kent the Ginty, aka one of my friend's fan OCs. So he's essentially meant to be a LMS Ginty steam locomotive, but I don't have the tools to cut down certain parts, so for now it's a Thomas recolor. That's what it looks like. And yeah, I just painted Thomas green, and if you were wondering if I should have used my original Thomas, but I used that for another custom, which is the next one after this. But for now, it's pretty simple enough. I took Ryan's face, a full Thomas body, which I actually drilled at one point. I drilled it because I thought I needed the metal for something else, but turns out that I already made the model, so I didn't need it, so I'll show you the bottom later, but for now, it's been held in with blue tack and just pressing the blue tack back in. He's got black wheels with the gold lining, the 314 on his side, LMS. He's with the lightning symbol at the back from Ninjago, from Jay's Ninjago stuff, because I'm a Ninjago fan, deal with it, people. And yeah, I painted the cab back black since when I painted it, it was not really held in. And I showed you the blue tack part, and yeah, this model's pretty simple enough to make. But I plan on remodeling it once I get the chance to, when I get newer engines and stuff. And our third model, Kiki, the E2 tank engine. Essentially, it's Thomas, but is used in Adventure's Thomas model and repainted it purple. That's our Sprite version, which I used for reference. And for those who are wondering why I use silver instead of black, well, some of my fans like to eat through the paint. And my black marker is one of those markers, so I had to use one of my metallic ones to do it. And she looks more pinker than purple because, well, when I first painted it, it looked dark purple, but then it brightened up and came out pink. She's got a full black body, which has got a full black running board and footplate. She's got purple wheels, gold lining, and the earth symbol at the back from coal. And yeah, she's not the only one. Kent has one, and as well as another custom, but that's for another time. And yeah, Kiki is a pretty simple model. Her eye lining, or whatever it's from, is that. And yes, this is what my original Thomas was used for. She was the first custom I really made, then followed up by the rest of them. And yeah, it's pretty simple enough. She's got gold, and she got a bit of a gold rim around the funnel. She's got the lining on the boiler, and yeah, pretty simple enough with the brass buffers, and uses a Thomas face as well. The back lining is there, and it's pretty much a detailed version of Thomas, but not really Thomas because it's a OC from a friend, but yeah, I had fun making it. And honestly, if I were to remake her now, I'd probably try and fit the Trackmaster push-along shell with Adventure body, because honestly, I'm pretty sure E2s were a bit bigger in size, but not that big compared to the bigger engines. But I probably am going to rework it somehow one day. And now we have my fourth custom, William. which was made out of a Merlin tender and my first Henry. For those who are wondering, that was my second Henry, which my grandparents got me from later years. Utilizes a light up race of Percy face, which I added freckles to. This side looks completely ugly and destructive. I just don't like that side. I do plan on sanding it down eventually and making it look a bit more smoother and thinner instead of the thickness from the whiteout and everything else I added to the original Henry model. It's got poorly done blue wheels because I've used the model a bit and it's kind of falling apart on me. It's got a bit of a red and white. It's got red sides and whatever the footplate. Yeah, that's it. And white running board with this side's a lot smoother. So that side's I tend to show that side more than I do the other. It has those tubes, whatever they're called, lighted up blue. The tender is pretty simplistic. Has 39 with white lining. Red wheels with blue lining because my markers don't reach that far in. PVC glue was used to hold in the coal from, the dirt I have. But I used some of the coal I already had mixed it with other stones so it looks like that now. And yeah, that was William. A pretty simple but tedious character to try and fix up. Next custom. Oh no, not this one. Here we have Thomas as Lord Garmadon. And those are wondering what I was on at the time when making this model. I was on Ninjago craze because if you had already told from the elemental symbols on the back of some engines, I just got back into Ninjago and decided to make this custom. It's made out of a Trackmaster push-along Thomas shell, and it's pretty simple. Just painted the face black, gave it yellow and reddish eyes using metallic markers. His wheels are still blue with black lining. He's got the Japanese symbol for darkness. I think that's it, but if it's not, correct me down below. It's got number 1 on his sides, the NWR crossed out on the back of him. It's a pretty simple character overall, just Thomas painted black and gold. And yeah, it's nothing really to it, it's a simple custom. It's just got black, gold, and red for the inside, some of the lettering. He's got black buffers, the smoke box, nothing I noticed for them, it's a bit longer than most. And yeah, that was the Tartmas but Dark Edition. On to our next custom. And back with some more is Evan, my original OC, which I had from the beginning of my channel, and you're wondering, wait, Evan, didn't you already show this one off in your original video? Unsubscribe! Yeah, well, I had to redo it since back then the colors were very poorly done, and I decided to rework it with some new markers which I bought. Right now he's blue with purple lining, and his funnel is gold with silver at the front to resemble the lamp that the Hongmei I used had that part, so I somehow worked it in. He's got NWR on the sides, 67. He's got some lining, which I really want to redo later on, since of how poorly it looks. He still has the red wheels. That giant chunk of plastic between the wheels I want to cut down to size, but once I get a spare, once I get another one, I'll probably do that. And here we have Rosie. And Rosie's just a take-along Rosie, pretty simple enough, with the amber symbol on the side, and yeah, I kind of gave her a CGI face. Surprisingly, the one model I used, which is a Trackmaster push-along Rosie, and yes, that's the red one. I can't find another one ever since, and I don't really regret it, because I kind of like this model. She's got the amber symbols, based off of Skylar, but don't get your hopes up for any shippings in the series, because I don't really like doing that kind of thing. Unless it's canonical. Yeah, but still. Anyways, back to the model. The model's pretty simple enough. It's just take-along Rosie with some gold lining on the sides, and a CGI face, which I honestly, surprisingly, I didn't expect to fit that well. Anyways, on to our next model. And last but certainly not least, Rebecca. She was the first Trackmaster push-along engine I bought. You would have thought it'd be Thomas or something, but no, I really wanted to get Rebecca since, yeah, I kind of like Season 22 and Big Adventures and the whole traveling around the world idea. Sure, it's executed pretty weird, but what am I saying? We're not meant to be focusing on BWBA, that's for another video. Right now, we're focusing on this model. And yeah, it's simply Rebecca. She's got a black buffer beam with brass buffers. the water symbol on the side, which has been done with gold marker and not white or any other color. I'll redo that, but for now let's look at the tender. And of course William dies. And yeah, it's pretty simple enough, it's just the same old tender. I painted the buffers black. Let me just fix up William real quick. Yeah, so the buffers were painted black, and then I painted the top of the smoke box. Inside's black, and I was really planning on giving her a paper firebox, and then again I decided against it because the paper would fall off, and yeah, that's Rebecca. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below which engine model was your favorite. Don't forget to follow my friend Kent the Ginty on YouTube. See you all next video.